Judgies listeners.
Guess who is here with news to share?
Hello, it is Aurora. It is I, girlfriend of the pod.
And what have you brought to us, to the table, so to speak?
I have brought some pretty cool Halloween illustrations and put them on merch.
What? Have you ever wondered what Erika looks like as a ghoul? How about me, Josh, as a werewolf? Or Christian going absolutely goblin mode? Well, now you don't have to use your imagination because Aurora put pen to paper and she designed beautiful, beautiful illustrations that you can buy on a shirt. Maybe a crew neck, maybe a sticker, maybe a fanny pack.
Yeah.
So don't walk, run. Don't monster mash. Don't
Thriller dance.
Monster Dash.
don't monster mash, monster dash on your way over to judgiespod.myspreadshop.com. Link in the description, folks. You will not be disappointed. Again, that's judgiespod.myspreadshop.com.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aurora.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Boy, you guys really struggle without me, huh?
Well, I'm just not trying to like chomp on your bit or whatever you boys like to say.
I don't know if we're actually starting.
I mean, do you want me to do it? I'll do my own thing. I mean, it is my episode, of course. And if you didn't know, this is the judgiest place on the internet, aka the Judgies. I'm switching it up. It's me. It's a me episode.
With your host.
With your host. It's a me episode. Let me do it. Anyway, my name's Rick. And this is my husband / co-host Christian. And that over there's Joshua.
Boy.
And we say hello. Yep.
Howdy.
Hi.
Howdy.
It was very good. I got
Thanks.
notes. You swore a lot, and that's normally not good for the beginning of a YouTube video.
Oh.
So unfortunately, whatever poor soul is editing this piece of shit episode,
that guy, right?
edit out all of these swears. We did get flagged. If you don't know, we were recording 4 episodes in one night. 2 of them being bonus episodes over at patreon.com/judgiespod, where you get an hour every week, extra, all ad free, all the time. Oh man, I did that so hard. I don't even remember what I was saying.
That we got DMCA strike.
We did get DMCA'd for saying the C word, and I'm not talking about cracker. Which is not DMCA'd. We got like flagged on our videos.
What is DMCA'd?
It's not DMCA'd, but we got struck.
But what is that? I don't know what that is.
Kind of like a copyright claim.
For saying
I'm saying we didn't have
no.
that happen. But we got flagged for profanity just for saying... Did you just say it? Ah! Oh, you piece of
bleep it. Jesus.
Say it in an Australian accent. Say crocky or something and then put a shrimp on the Barbie.
Those are all offensive things.
Just say, I'm going to do a shoey.
I just feel like it's not that...
Prawn.
First of all... Isn't that supposed to be like a derogatory term towards women? Well, I'm a woman and I'm taking back the ownership of the word.
Yeah.
So...
And you're serving.
Koalas.
Thank you. Anyway, we got mail. Sometimes on this podcast...
This is a loose episode.
It's a loose
Here
zone.
we go. This is hour 3 of us recording. This is a mail sent to us at P.O. Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois, 61350, and I'm going to read it.
Yay.
It says, "Hi, Judgies.
Hi.
Hello.
My fake name is Hatch. You can use it, Hatch, they, them.
Hi, Hatch.
Hatch is kind of a sick name.
That's a dope fucking name.
Anywho, a few years back, 2 things happened.
Oh.
1, 3 nutsacks from a white supremacy group decided they wanted to kill an Antifa. They chose me despite my...
Wait.
They chose me despite my docs only saying I was present at a vigil for Heather Heyer. Don't worry, the obs got caught planning. I'm alive and they're in prison getting dumb shit like pale face tattooed on their foreheads. Holy shit,
I was
Hatch.
not ready for that.
This is a political one, folks. I said... No,
Of course you picked a political thing to read on my episode.
Number 2. This is the second thing that happened.
Let me just say I'm glad you're alive, Hatch.
Yes, very glad you're alive. Number 2, I said LOL and ramped up using what skills I have to make anti-fascist messaging. In your faces, prison nutsacks. Anyway, love the pod, and I listen while I make all these shits by hand. Hat, did you hear that I have to bleep all this out? Why are we swearing so much in our listeners submitted mail? So I wanted to share them with you. There are enough stickers for all 4 of you to have one each, except the Elon stickers, because I'm really trying to get that message out there. Y'all can fight over the pins unless Rick calls dibs. XO,
Which means I get first dibs.
XOXO with the hugs being O and pisses being X's. Hatch. Okay. So they have a full card here. So I'm going to show it's theleftist.com, which is pretty sick. Leftist Co. We are about our fellow proletariat, mutual aid, educating the masses, and nourishing community that are constant targets. The propaganda you share from the Left Fist, which is a great name.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say leftist? It's theleftfist.com. The propaganda you share from the Left Fist will always be honest, brave, bold, and full of empathy, just like you, comrade. In addition to agitating the proletariat and paying a leftist laborer, every order helps fund anti-fascist direct actions, bail support, and mutual aid. You partner with us to make a better world. Thank you for fighting shoulder to shoulder along with us. Save 10% on your next order at theleftfist.com. It's a great name, hard to say. With extremely radical and very real promo code, all caps, pizza 69420.
Oh, fuck
How
yeah.
about that? Oh, it's a fucking Smokey the Bear shirt that says "Eat the Rich" on the top.
I might
Listen,
be
we
buying it.
are going shopping after this episode, I gotta tell you.
When did Smokey the Bear get so fucking hot?
I don't know if I can
Always
show
been.
this to the camera because it feels doxy. Like you could reverse image surf this, but this is the guy who got pale face tattooed on his forehead.
What dude?
There we go. And let's see here. Let's look at the pins first. We got the Smokey the Bear, Eat the Rich. We got the leftfist.com, Go Away, Be Gay, Do Crime pin. Great pin. Love that. One that just says no. Turfs fuck off. That's pretty sick. Gender roles are dead. My body. These are great. The rich want you dead. These are all sick. Here's a little look at them if you can see them through the little.
Oh, they're so cute and tiny.
So those are pretty sick if you want to thumb through those. And then we have stickers. Now this is kind of the packaging I was expecting on the last one.
There's one that's got like the gendered bathroom, like female outline thing, and it says no pockets, no peace. That's so... Oh, you don't get it.
Nope.
Because they never put pockets in women's clothing.
Okay. I mean, I understand that.
Or
Yeah.
if they do, they're basically fake.
Yeah, well, I love that. That's just like, I feel very seen.
Okay.
Okay.
Gay sticker.
Love.
Dead Monopoly Man.
Okay.
Also love that.
Very cool. Very cool. And they got a lot of those.
Not because
Lot
I
of-
hate capitalism, but because I hate monopoly.
Capitalism is the virus with the little like biohazard symbol. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Every cop is a class traitor with a
Okay.
pink donut. Very sick.
That one rocks.
Very sick. We have this one. Hey, this one. This is. I'll explain. It's a Confederate flag, and it says "These fuckers lost." This is on the same energy as me, and when people make America blank again hats
Okay.
or whatever, and it's not "Make America Great Again." It's like I feel like it's weird to use the Confederate flag.
Because
Does that make sense?
Because from a distance, you're just seeing
You
Confederate
just see
flag.
Confederate flag. This is Elon Musk, and it says "Invents nothing, ruins everything" with dumbass stamped on his forehead. This is just a guillotine.
Hell yeah.
Fun.
My favorite song by Death Grips. This is a skull with fork and knife that says "Eat the Rich." And then one does not earn $1 billion; they steal your wages with a little Jeff Bezos. I'll say it.
Very nice.
Thanks for the paycheck, Jeffy.
Very, very sick. Yeah, we technically do work for Jeff Bezos, so
Only on Wednesdays.
only on Wednesdays. That's right, folks. So thank you, Hatch.
I don't get it.
Twitch.tv, owned by
Judgies
Amazon.
Pod. Which I did show. I leaked our Twitch earnings a couple streams ago, and I was like, "You want to see how much money we make streaming once a week?" And it's like $84 a month or something. It's so funny.
Yeah,
We do it for the love of the game.
true.
Fostering community. Ever heard of it?
I didn't know that's how much we made.
You get your share of it. Don't worry.
I'm not complaining.
You just thought it was more than that?
You're like, damn, I wished I got in on that $84.
No, I'm just saying, like, that was news to me as well.
It's like so little. But we don't stream regularly. We don't push for money on Amazon, on Twitch. We literally just do it, have a good old time. Remember the stream I did where I dressed up as Christian?
Remember the stream I did where I dressed up as Josh?
Which one? Well, when's the stream that you're going to both dress up as me?
That's a really good. I should just dress up as you and play The Sims.
That's such a good stream idea.
We could both do it and just pretend like neither one of us are there.
Okay.
That's actually a really good idea. Write that down.
Write that down. Yeah.
Christian and I are planning on doing a You Laugh, You Lose stream, and we have to figure out the stakes of whoever laughs the most, because I'm perfectly curating videos that I think Christian will laugh at. I want to get like 20 minutes of videos, and then whoever laughs more at the other person's videos loses.
I've been looking for the last 3 days, and I think I found 2 videos that I thought were funny enough to make the cut.
I think I've got about 10.
I think an actual challenge would be finding videos that made me laugh.
My TikTok doesn't even share that to me, so.
And the thing is too, I have like weird made up rules in my head on what videos I can put in the You Laugh, You Lose challenge.
Okay.
And I'm very specifically not picking relatable humor at all. And so like it's a lot harder for me to do that for you too, because I know Christian, the stuff that makes him break or that he thinks is funny that isn't like relatable. You know what I mean? Like I have one video, I'm going to spoil it. It's just a chicken wearing shoes running away for like 7 seconds. And the guy's speaking some Asian language. I'm not sure which one. And it's like 7 seconds of it. Then it just cuts. And it's like perfect.
The hard cut. If they added a runaway sound effect, and then if it's a hard cut, it's going to get me.
So look out for this stream.
It got me in just the description.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I've been toying with this. Is I'm thinking maybe we can do something with a chat reward of fart with reverb noise. Like if they like redeem points or something, they can just do a random fart with reverb.
That will honestly break me. I don't think I'll be able to handle a random.
There was a really good one I saw. It was somebody in a police interrogation, and so it was the police interrogation like camera, so it was really shitty quality audio, and they were like. It was a homicide or something by a handgun. So it's 2 cops and you're talking to the guy, and the guy's like, man, I don't even know where that gun was. Like, what are you talking about? And the cops are like, well, we found the gun next to your bed, so we're charging you with it. And he's like, what? And then he just starts farting. He's like, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. He farted long enough to say, one continual fart for like 8 seconds. But the audio is so quiet, I had to like turn the volume all the way up on my phone just to hear the fart. I'm like, man, if this was good quality audio, it'd be the funniest thing in the world.
Rip it and fix it.
Like as soon as you get accused, you're just farting for like 8 seconds. It's so funny.
Oh, you don't have nervous guts?
I don't.
Joshua,
Yeah.
you want to hear some bullshit?
Uh-oh. What do we got, Ricky? Is this Circle Jerge content?
No, I've got something more fun and lighthearted for the Circle Jerge because I'm pissed off about this
Okay.
and spiraling about it, on the verge of a Menty bee about it.
No!
It's true.
Like, genuinely, I've had so much anxiety and stress this week because of it. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Okay. Speak truth to power, Queen.
So,
Go off.
back in May, we had our soil sampled by the EPA.
Yeah.
An incident happened in our area that contaminated our soil.
Yeah.
So the EPA is doing random testing, I guess, or whoever's reaching out to them and saying, hey, come test my soil. So our neighbors across the street were getting their soil sampled, and I saw these people out, and I walked out there and was like, hey, like, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, testing the soil for lead. And I was like, hey, I have a baby. Like,
Yeah.
come test my soil. So because we had the baby, they put us at like the top of the priority list or whatever, and we got our soil sampled relatively quickly.
Did you have to prove that you had a baby?
I mean, I had the baby on my hip.
Do you think I could just say that?
Yeah.
You could borrow him if you want. Anyway, so that was in May, and we just got our results on Monday,
Okay.
September, right?
Yeah.
They just told me they were testing for lead.
Yeah.
They were testing for so many heavy metals. Well,
Okay.
not so many. It was like 5, but still, that was more
More than
just lead.
Yeah.
And when they sampled, I was like, okay, so now that you've took the sample, what now? Like, am I just not allowed to go outside in my yard the whole summer? Like, what do we do? And they're like,
Right.
oh, just like, don't let your baby put any soil in his mouth.
Sure.
And I was like, first of all,
It's a baby.
he's a baby. He puts fucking everything in his mouth.
Yeah.
No matter how good I watch him, it's
He's
instant.
curious mind.
He's so fast.
Yeah. He's so smart and fast.
He is. He's just the Usain Bolt of babies.
Born athlete.
He gets it from his dad.
Born athlete too.
Yet to be seen. Might get that from me. So he was just like, yeah, and just like don't grow a vegetable garden or anything. Like, we're just testing for lead. Like, no big deal. Okay. So I get the test results, right? And we have such high levels of arsenic
Okay.
in our yard. Like, the cutoff point where they would remove all of our soil is 18 parts per million.
Okay.
Our soil's at 230 parts per million.
That's more.
It's a little bit more.
That's
so much more.
23 times.
And it is our entire property. They divided our property into 4 sections, and it is in every sample in every section of our
Okay.
yard at extremely high levels.
That's so when are they bringing in the backhoe?
This spring. So in the
Wow.
letter, it says that the soil...
So like what's up with your dog though?
Bro, I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
Because we go to the same vet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there. So in the letter that they sent with like the frequently asked questions or whatever, it gives you like a precautionary, like, if your soil is at this level, these are the precautions to take. If it's at this level, these precautions. Okay, so we're at like the highest level, and it says pretty much don't go outside. If you spend time in your yard, take your shoes off. Don't bring your shoes in the house.
Sure.
Avoid playing, avoid bare soil, don't disturb the ground. Pretty much just stay out of your yard,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Right.
Why wouldn't you tell me to use the utmost precautions from the
When
get-go?
they were testing, right.
When you were testing it.
Right.
If this was a possibility that my entire yard is contaminated with extreme levels of
And you
fucking
have
arsenic,
a
and
newborn?
I have a baby.
And a dog.
Yeah, well, they didn't even know about the dog, but whatever.
But like that if like things that track even if you just fucking mow. Mm-hmm. You're going to be tracking stuff into your house.
Yep. So
Luckily, you guys have hardwood, which I guess is easier to clean than if you had carpet and like it would suck.
we have
into
carpet in our bedrooms.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't wear. You don't wear your shoes into your bedroom very often. I imagine.
Our closet that's where we put all of our shoes.
But I just mean in general, like it's better. It's not ideal, obviously.
Sure. But then also we have a dog that goes
Right.
in and out 17 times a day.
I already forgot about your dog. Yeah, and
Yeah.
she doesn't take off her dog shoes when she
She
comes
doesn't
in.
take off her dog shoes. Not to mention her nose is all up in that shit.
She's
She
a
also jumps and lays on our couch, our bed.
Yeah,
She's all over the baby.
2 dogs sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we have Christian's parents' dog over. Like,
He's a little goblin.
He is a little.
he is a little goblin. And I'm just like fucking freaking out that there is arsenic all over our house. Even if
So is arsenic dangerous only through ingestion?
no, it's through skin absorption as well.
That's pretty bad. Not is it bad aerosolized as well?
I
Like
assume.
breathing it in, probably.
I mean, it's a heavy metal, so
yeah.
yeah. So I reached out to my doctor's office and I was like, hey, here's these test results. I'm freaking out. Could you tell me, like, do I need to get my whole family tested?
Mm-hmm.
Or is this like not that big of a deal? Like, am I freaking out over nothing? Because this paper makes it seem like it's a lot and very alarming and I'm nervous about it.
Yeah.
Is this now in my groundwater? Is this, which we don't,
You have a well.
we're not on a well, we're on city water, but at the same time, we also don't drink the city water.
Yeah,
But we shower with it, we cook with it, brush
Yeah.
my teeth with it, clean my house with it, So I'm just like, everything is coming into my brain. Like, our whole lives are contaminated. Nothing is
Yeah.
clean. I'm not safe. My baby's not safe. My animals are not safe.
The baby is definitely the scariest part.
Yeah.
Just because, like, if you guys were exposed to it long-term effect, you guys are adults.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude, I've been having health issues. Mm-hmm. But, like, if you have health issues, you would be able to identify it and be like, oh, arsenic poisoning, lead poisoning,
Yeah.
Like with a developing baby, like you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's a much lower dose required to
Yeah.
Yep.
have something
And
serious happen.
like the side effects of it could potentially be like long-term
Right.
developmental
Yeah.
delays and learning
Luckily, as we said,
disabilities.
your baby's a smart little guy.
So far.
Yeah.
Athlete and mathlete.
So I'm freaking out and I'm like, well, I'll call. So my doctor's office was just like, oh, well, we can test you. It's like, bitch, that wasn't my question. My question was, can you fucking, like, how worried do I need to be?
Right.
I was like, okay, if you test me, then what? If I've got it in my system, if my baby's got it in their system, now what? All they did was send me a link to the Cleveland Clinic. They didn't give me any answers. I'm like, what? You did not help me.
Did the vet say anything?
No. So it's the same vet that we take, and they have like 3 different veterinarians there or whatever.
One of them sucks.
Horse vet.
It was the one that sucked
The
that
horse
called me
vet.
back.
Hey.
So
Fridge Pod listeners know how much I fucking hate the horse vet.
yeah, which when you first complained about her, I was like, whatever. I haven't had an issue with her personally. Like Christian's had issues with her.
I've beef with her every single time we've gone.
I haven't had an issue with her. Okay. So I called them yesterday and said, here's what's going on. Can you test my dog for arsenic?
Especially because Max just had the open cuts on her paws.
She had open cuts on her paws and she's had all these skin issues since this incident in our town took place.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, well, we'll look into it. We don't, that's not a typical question to be asked. So let us figure it out and we'll call you back. They called me back when we were at dinner tonight.
Oh, okay.
And it was the vet that you guys all hate. And she was like, yeah,
That's safe to say we all hate her now.
well, I fucking hate her now. She's like, there's nothing that we can do.
That's not the question.
Okay. And she's like, yeah, that's not really in our scope of things. Like, you can't collect my dog's blood and send it to a lab for a test.
Yeah.
That's not in the scope of your abilities.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, and blah, blah, blah. And she's talking about, well, and I'm saying, well, I'm worried about these things and I don't know if I'm overreacting or just like connecting these dots that don't exist. And she's like, well, your dog came in for skin issues last year. It's just allergies. It happens this time of year. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's fine. And I said,
fuck me, I guess.
yeah. And I said, well, thank you for looking into this for me, like doing the research. I appreciate your time. She's like, I didn't look into it.
At least lie.
yeah,
Fucking
right.
lie to me, right?
Clearly, you have somebody calling asking for,
Specific information.
or like
Yeah.
just looking to like ease anxiety.
Yep.
It's so easy to lie, even if it's
Yeah.
a bad thing to do in this situation.
Yep.
She sucks so much.
She sucks so much.
She's the worst.
So yeah, our soil's contaminated, our house is contaminated, I'm sure, and our dog probably has fucking skin cancer, and my baby's gonna have developmental disabilities. I don't know. We're all probably gonna get cancer and die, and I'm having a Menty be about it.
Counterpoint.
Yeah.
We're all fine.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's the other thing. Christian's busy at work, and I'm like, I texted him like, have you fucking seen this? Like, I'm freaking out over here. Doesn't text me all day long. Fine. I'm calling everybody I know about it. And I'm texting the neighbors.
It's fucking, because, I'm sorry, this like 3-4-ish years ago, I remember they did soil testing just
Yes.
randomly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you were like, did you
We-
guys do it?
We applied for it or whatever, but they were
Nobody
giving
liked it.
priority to houses with children. And I said, we are trying to get pregnant because at the time we were, and I'm going to have a baby by the time you guys clean this up. So I would love to have this done. Like, if my soil's contaminated, I'd love to have this done ahead of time so that
Yeah.
my baby's not exposed
What
at all.
would have even been great just to have it to compare.
Exactly. Because that was before the incident.
Yeah.
And so they test like 0 to 6 inches, blah, 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 all the way down to 24 inches, right? There's arsenic all the way down to 24 inches in our soil.
Okay.
So that's much older than just the incident that happened.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's good or bad, but in my brain, that was like, well, at least maybe the thing didn't make it worse.
Yeah.
It made it worse.
You don't think the rain would like wash it down 24 inches by then?
I'm
not a
maybe.
soil guy. I did organic chemistry with a professor who was a soil person, one of the top ones in the nation. Maybe I should email her.
Yeah.
You've talked to a soil person, haven't you?
Yeah, Heather's best friend's was a soil scientist for the USDA for a bit, but
Wow. What's
And
her
she
name?
was-
Becky?
Lindsay.
Oh.
And she was very
Would
concerned.
have been crazy if it was my old professor.
She saw the test results and was like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
And I emailed the project manager for the EPA doing the cleanup or whatever. And I was like, hey, what the fuck? Like, I'm freaking out. Should I not be freaking out? Like, how bad is this? Because your sheet of paper says that it's pretty bad. And I don't know. what do we do? And she's like, oh yeah, that's actually so bad that we are now making you the number one priority for first house on cleanup.
That's good.
Which is good.
But it's not until the spring.
But it's not till spring, which I mean, we're getting to the point in the year where like we're not outside much anyway because it's getting colder.
Still going to track mud in.
And my dog still has to go outside.
Yeah.
And if
it's like, what? Yeah, like, why can't you put a tarp down in your backyard or anything?
If our yard is that contaminated, I can't just like take my dog on a walk and say go shit in somebody else's yard.
The whole
city's got to be fucking contaminated.
Yeah. It's crazy that we didn't. But I was starting to say, is like, I remember a couple of years ago they were doing it, and I didn't apply for it.
I did, and they blew me off. They never responded to me.
It's fucking awesome. This is awesome living in America that we didn't even get a thing in the mail being like,
yeah.
Because the thing is, this should theoretically all be covered by the company who caused it.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's not going to be. It's going to be at the taxpayer's dime. And hey,
yep.
I don't know. One of these makes sense. One of these stickers makes sense from the left fist. That's fucking awesome. I love America. It's actually sick living here. Thank you very much, government.
I'm fucking freaking out.
Okay, so are we moving to Texas, LA?
No. And that's what everybody...
Nebraska?
No.
Idaho?
Ooh.
Start a new hype house in Idaho?
I mean, Idaho is a very beautiful state, but their politics suck.
We can make the change.
We could be the change.
We would make up like 10% of their population.
People that I've talked to about it, they're just like, oh, so are you going to move now? It's like, no, because now I know what my soil is.
You can't sell the house.
If I sell the house, I have to disclose that my soil's got arsenic in it. That's going to lower our property value.
Nobody would buy it.
Nobody's going to buy it. And then also...
You want to buy poison land?
If we move, I don't know what that soil's got. Yeah. And I know that they're coming to clean up my soil, and I will have clean soil.
Yeah.
So it's just been like a whole thing. And I'm spiraling. And I'm just like super...
Stop. Does that make it better?
No.
Fuck. Damn. It's like hiccups. Sometimes you can like scare the anxiety out of people.
No, that tends to
give us... You're not a fish.
More anxiety.
Say you're not a fish, but really believe it.
Oh, brother.
Fishes do not have Mentee bees. If you're having a Mentee bee, just convince your brain that you're not a fish.
Though? How do you know that fish don't have Mentee bees?
Come on.
There's
not a thought going on in those brains.
They're either all having Mentee bees or they have no Mentee bees. There's no in between.
Yeah. So now that the vets, because my thought process was like, oh, we'll get the dog tested because she's obviously got the most exposure. If she's got high levels of arsenic, then I'll worry about us.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to fucking do it.
Maybe try calling the local one that's better. That's more expensive.
Yeah.
That's more expensive.
Yeah. But it might be worth just calling to see if like...
That's something they can even do.
Yeah. Or if they're worried about it.
Plus, this one is local, whereas the one we normally go to is a couple towns away.
Right, yeah.
So they might be more...
I mean...
have already received calls about it.
I fucking hate that vet. When our cat had a fucking UTI and was pissing blood, and I like called and I was like, can I bring my cat in? And they're like, how about 3 weeks from now? And I was like, so you just want my cat to fucking die? Like, what do you mean? We already know that my cat had like urine crystals or whatever it's called. It's like, this
all things
is
a pretty
fucking
litter.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? You want me to wait 3 weeks?
Yeah. I never had an issue with scheduling at that vet. It was always, I would call and be like, I need to get in as soon as possible. Like, it's going to be an extra $45. And I'm like, I understand.
Yes.
That's fine.
Just get me in. Thanks.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
And I would hate to switch vets, though, because they're so cheap.
Yeah, they are. They're so cheap.
It's so affordable.
Well, you know what else, though? We don't just talk about affordable vets on this podcast.
Or my Menty bees and our fucking
Everybody,
shitty government and all of the things.
Even though everybody hates Erika for not supporting Taylor Swift, everybody leave a comment below saying, Erika, you don't need to have a Mentee bee. We're all here for you. We all support you. We all love you. You are a queen. And pop off. You're serving so much today.
Also, we're mad at Christian.
Prawn.
We're mad at Christian because he came home and I was like, hey, I'm fucking freaking out about all of these things. And he was like, it's fine.
Yeah.
We can't do anything about it. It's fine. I'm like,
but
also, can you please like validate my feelings? And then I was real mad and salty with him.
She didn't communicate any of this.
I communicated to you that I was freaking the fuck out and you were like, it's not that big of a deal, calm down, which did not help me. So then I was just mad at you for hours and hours and hours.
I can almost guarantee I did not say calm down.
You did not use the words calm down. Anyway, I stewed about it. I took my aggression out on the girls at volleyball practice, hit it as hard as I could at them, which they need anyway. And then I came home and I was like, listen, I know that you're the calm, collected one and you were just trying to calm me down from freaking out, but it made me feel like my feelings weren't valid. And he's like, no, your feelings are definitely valid. This is concerning, but there's like also nothing we can do about it. and
Yeah.
the things that we can do about it are already like in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's the classic dynamic of anxiety, girly, and down to earth guy,
yeah,
where it's like, what am I supposed to say? Be like, yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to help.
I know.
Although it does, because your feelings are validated.
Correct.
I mean, if you came home and Christian was freaking out about something, you would not be doing good. Like,
No, I would also be freaking the
It's
fuck
like
out.
if you were freaking out and you said something, and then Christian started freaking out. That's like DEFCON 5. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, this is a real thing.
But a lot of times when I'm freaking out about something and he's like, hey, this is not that big of a deal, it's not.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, you're right. But
Yeah,
this to me felt like
Oh yeah, this is.
this is scary.
But you've done everything you can.
Yes, and it is going
Yeah.
to be fixed.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know that it's out of my control and I can only do what I can do. But at the same time, I'm just like,
Absolutely, I totally get it.
so we're not actually mad at Christian, but I was for a hot minute. And then I calmed down and we talked about it like rational adults because communication.
Speaking of a hot minute, here's a couple hot minutes of ads.
Sorry, I talked a lot.
I think, hey, listen, our podcast is about telling stories,
True.
and people are going to be eating this drama.
Yeah.
Girl, hey girl, hey girl,
Thanks.
is this helping? Hey girl,
No, it's not.
what the hell?
Your nails aren't long. You gotta be clacking. Your
I don't.
Girl.
Hey
Can you-
girl, I can't. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Hey girl. And we're back on this side of the podcast where sometimes on this podcast we tell Reddit stories, internet stories. Sometimes we tell personal stories, and that's okay.
Sorry.
That was it is interesting and engaging to me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And people care about you, Erika.
I
So that's the most important part.
also care about the environment and I am concerned about the area we live in because I know that not every single yard in our town is going to be cleaned up. And I don't want to keep talking about this.
I did see a yard getting cleaned up down the street
Yeah.
in between our houses. So I don't know if that's related or not.
Yeah.
Oh, it absolutely is.
But how'd they get in so quick?
Dude,
Wow.
I don't know how people got on the list. so quick.
Anywho, on this side of the
Woo-woo.
podcast, we normally open up with a circle jerk. So, Erika, I am so ready for you to.
Are we doing a circle
Tell
jerk
me
still?
about that circle jerk.
Yeah. We didn't actually have a break, so I need to find it.
We did it.
Do you fucking? By the way, first of all, I completely apologize because last episode was actually your episode edit, and so you're the one who had to do all the poopy
Yeah.
TikToks. Erika, do you fucking hate me?
Why? What
Because
did I
we're not
do?
going to have any TikToks to post this week.
You
and
want me
I'm
to
gonna-
not have to work?
You
just
can
kidding.
put that whole story on TikTok if you want.
30 minutes?
3 times speed, 10-minute video,
Okay.
and then when they watch it, just put it on 0.25 speed, and it'll be intelligible.
Okay.
Okay, we're on to something.
We're on to something. Have we ever thought about, because on YouTube Shorts, it has to be under a minute, just speeding up our videos by like 5% to get us under a minute?
I mean, it has to be more than 5%, but I'll think about it. I have been thinking about posting on YouTube Shorts because friend of the show, Corey Strike, has been posting on YouTube Shorts,
It's
and
popping off for
they
them.
almost have more subs than us
Yeah.
now on YouTube, which is crazy. So,
Yeah, but I also feel like they are probably... I'm scared of the toxic fucking
yeah.
people we're going to be bringing in with our shit.
Yeah.
Also, YouTube short algorithm, dog shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I watch fucking anime videos on YouTube, but I get so much like fucking alpha bro, like Andrew Tate, like incel-y shit. And it's like, all I watch is fucking BreadTube and anime. How am I getting this?
I get a lot of Finster. So that's the
Okay.
only place I see Finster's content is on YouTube Shorts. Which, hey, I don't mind it. I think Finster's funny.
Yeah. I only know the single thing about like who they are. I don't
Yeah.
know any of their content.
Okay. So this was sent to me. Doesn't say if I can say their name.
Finster.
Ricky, girl. Hey. I would never tell you what to do. Live your life. I'm just saying this could
But get
be
that soil cleaned up, girl.
a hilarious circle jerge. I don't know how to fucking spell that.
How'd they spell it?
J
Okay.
U R G E.
Wow. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
DG.
Correct.
None of us know how to do a portmanteau, do we?
Do any of us know what a portmanteau is? Anyway,
I think it's the type of wine.
love your new hair. By this was sent to me on July 1st, so I had pink hair. I no longer have pink hair.
Yeah, what's up with that?
It was
July
too hard to
Fool's
maintain.
Day?
Yeah.
It did.
July Fool's Day.
Every first of every month needs to be blank Fool's Day. That's so funny. December Fools.
Thank you. I needed this.
I needed this. We had a pretty heavy first half. I'm so sorry, but Christian,
July Fools.
you brought me back from that Menty bee I was having. So
You're welcome.
We gotta get July
What's
Fools
up with
merch.
July Fools. Woo.
I feel like I see people that have their hair dyed and they are just able to have it dyed forever, and then Erika gets her hair dyed once and it's like, oh, you can just never shower again?
Yeah, I
It's
literally
gonna-
washed my hair once and it's gone.
I'm gonna guess, as somebody who used to date somebody who used to dye their hair every month, once you damage the hair enough,
Yeah, it'll just
it's
hold on to
easier
anything.
to dye. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a pure guess on my
It's
end.
porous enough that it's just holding on to anything.
Yeah. I saw somebody at Riot Fest that had the brightest green hair. And it was very impressive.
Cool green or bad green?
I
Like
mean,
Billie Eilish green or like a dark emerald green.
a brighter green than Billie Eilish,
Okay.
but like slightly brighter.
Wow.
And it was like I've never seen that much color in their hair, and I was like, I wonder how fucked their hair is because it is
Yeah.
crazy. It could have been a
right.
wig, I suppose.
So anyway, this was sent to me on Instagram, and it is from r/ask Reddit.
Okay.
Have we done that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
but
done a whole circle jerk about it.
this one says Reddit. What's your most I'm with the boomers on this one opinion?
Oh, Erika, you're gonna
Hot
get
dogs
so
are better back
angry.
in the day.
Hot dogs were better back in the day
Yeah.
without all that government regulation of all that stuff
Back-
they put in there.
Now you get 100% beef. Back in my day, is pig lips and assholes.
Hey,
Wait,
ass to mouth.
where did the comments go? Is it pigs, comma, lips, comma, assholes, or pig lips, comma, and assholes? Not comma, obviously, in that situation.
Well, the Oxford comma.
Touch screens in cars are a fundamentally bad idea, and
Fuck.
physical buttons or similar controls need to be brought back.
Give me some buttons.
I'm not going to agree on the... Okay, I agree on the sun buttons. When I took the Tesla for a spin in Florida, hated it. Everything was touchscreen. There's the feeling, the physical analog feel is so nice on like dials and stuff. So I definitely agree with that.
Also, just like having the problem with touchscreen is you have to have menus for everything, and now it's like now I'm looking over and I'm touching shit
I'm not paying attention
with
to
like
the road.
with knobs and buttons. It's like eventually you kind of just get a muscle memory. It's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
just turn my radio off. I'm just gonna change the channel.
In my car, a lot of the main options or operations you have to do on the screen, and there's literally like grease marks on the screen that are like where people touch, previous owner and me touch the most.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking disgusting. I'm not cleaning.
Wash
that
your
shit.
hands.
I'm not cleaning that shit.
Most people don't train their dogs well enough because they treat them like children instead of animals. They then can't handle them when they're reactive and put other people and dogs in danger.
I agree with the
little
sentiment.
bit.
Disagree with the reasoning. I just think people aren't educated enough to understand dog language,
Okay,
know what I
preach, brother.
which
Throwing
is
some snaps.
which leads to a barrier that's hard to cross for people to train their dogs properly. I'm always on the fence on the side of people
Need
don't
to
know how
have
to
the
train
dog
their
on the
dogs.
leash
Yeah.
for, and
Everything is a subscription. Music, movies, TV, heat your ass while you're driving. It's a subscription.
fuck, I'm a boomer, guys. I do hate that too.
This is like the classic, like, this is why I hate this shit where it's like, what's your most right-leaning opinion? And then you just name stuff
We
that's not
hate
even
capitalism.
inherently right-wing. And it's like, these aren't boomer takes. This is like, nobody actually likes a subscription-based service.
Yeah.
Other than the companies who make money for it. Wait, capitalism doesn't breed innovation?
Certain things shouldn't require you to download an app and/or create a whole account to use it, including ordering a food at a restaurant, paying for parking, buying something online, or sending a parcel.
Again, nobody thinks this is a good idea. This isn't a
Yeah.
boomer exclusive thing. But again, capitalism, money. They want to get your emails so they can sell your data and send you coupons.
Music in bars is too loud.
Okay. Listen, this is something as a youngster I didn't agree with. But now?
You agree heavy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I hate it.
When's the last time you've been at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Literally 2 nights ago.
Why is it so fucking loud and cold in there all the time?
It is so cold in there.
We stopped. Went there, for a while for like date nights or whatever, and we had to stop going because there's so many TVs and there's so much like stimulation. You don't even talk to the people you're with.
It's heaven for me.
Anyway, TV's getting too dark. Not emotionally. It is visually too dark, and I cannot see it.
Yep. Cue Game of Thrones.
Oh my god, the new series of Game of Thrones. I felt like
No,
the
House
last
of the Dragon.
season.
Season 8, yeah.
There was. I feel like in one of the House of the Dragon episodes is also bad.
Well, it's because it's the same thing that
They
happens
didn't
with
have electricity back then. Christian, what do you want them to do?
very funny.
You dirty dog.
In the One Piece live action, they talk about that because in One Piece anime there is no electricity, but then the showrunners were like, "Bud, we have to have lighting. We have to figure this out," and so they actually made an in-universe explanation of why the live action part has electricity to do lighting, because in the anime it doesn't happen until like episode 800 or some stupid shit.
Okay.
But it's the same thing that happens with the fucking director who makes everything too loud.
Yeah.
Is they're making it for a screen that the average person doesn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if you set your TV settings right, it's like, we don't have $1,000 TVs. I have a TV that I bought 7 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Because it was on sale. Like,
Yeah.
that's why it's too dark.
Dude, our TV's so old.
Yeah.
How old is it?
It's so
Probably
old. I don't
more than
even
7 years.
know if I can turn off motion blur on it.
Oh, God.
I don't think it even has that. Anyway, not everything needs to be connected to the internet or have an app attached to it. I just want my fridge to keep shit cold. I don't need Wi-Fi to do that.
Okay. But you can buy a fridge that's not Wi-Fi enabled.
Yeah.
Although our new light bulbs are Wi-Fi enabled.
And they're sick because of
And
it.
they are sick, yeah. This one I'm not entirely on board with.
Sometimes it's faster and easier to just plug something in instead of having to deal with Bluetooth connectivity.
Yeah. You know what? I will say this about our fucking baby monitor. I hate that I have to have a fucking app to use our baby monitor. It drives me fucking insane.
Sometimes it is more convenient, but then other times it's like, this thing's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I shouldn't need to get a notification on my phone that my baby's crying. I just want to be able to have a second piece of equipment that I can hear
like
or
a
see.
walkie-talkie system.
Yes.
Like it used to be.
Tipping has gotten out of control.
Okay.
Coming from someone who relies on tips for income, it hurts. It hurts people who actually should be getting them because now people are extremely agitated about any and all tipping. I was at a music festival and the guy who exchanges your cash for drink tickets, not even the person who pours the beverage, had an iPad with tip options starting at 18%.
Yeah, that shit drives me insane. There's two things about that. They're doing something that they aren't like we brought this up with the Starbucks thing, which Starbucks does. They do split their tips, but they're not working at a tip wage.
Yeah.
And so it literally is just stealing extra money from the consumer that the company should be paying.
Yeah.
And those tips calculate off of post-tax tips. And so like if you have $10 a meal, you're going to tip normally. No, this isn't true. I saw this on Reddit and I don't know why the fuck. If I get a receipt, it has the tax in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you always tip post-tax, but like, no, I don't need to tip 18%, but I always do because I'm too anxious to click no tip in front of the person.
Yeah.
Because everybody else is doing it. That's why I like, if I go to a place that I know is going to have those, I always try to bring cash. And I typically do $1 per thing. It's just like, $1. I don't know how much. I just spent $15 on a beer. Here's $1.
At dinner tonight, I had that to-go order for my mom, and there was a dime like stuck inside my wallet. So I picked it up and I put it in the tip jar, like in front of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I swear I'm going to tip you on the credit card. I don't have actual cash and I'm not just putting a dime in here to be a dick. Like, and I still tipped 20%, but I was just like, I don't want this dime randomly hanging out in my wallet.
But even that place, they don't even like they do the iPad turnaround. Here's a tip thing. They don't bust tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm sorry.
You have the option to clean up your own table.
But you don't have a waiter. Like they bring the food out
drop
to
it
you.
off and then pick it up.
Like it's not typical. Like I doubt they're working on tip wages.
Yeah, probably not.
Like because they're working register. It's just like it's literally just the businesses trying to steal like whatever charge money handling app that is just Another way to take money off
Yeah.
of it. It's just fucking
Oh,
bullshit.
damn. I didn't even think about that. It's fucking Square. Let's
It's
all
Square,
blame Square.
yeah. It's Square that's doing it. It's the business owners that's not paying their employees.
We're all
enough.
conditioned to just tip, and then it's like, oh, fuck, I have to tip. And then,
Yeah.
you think about it for a second, you're like, what the
Tipping
fuck?
culture it's so backwards. It's so fucked up. There's a reason why it like only exists in America.
Standard headlights on new automobiles are too bright, literally being blinded by every other car during the daytime, wondering if their brights are on.
That's Aurora.
As somebody with a car with too bright of lights, that's a real
I get
problem.
flashed
hate
all the
it.
time.
Well, and like
and not in the fun way.
you guys now have an SUV, but but back when Erika, you had a sedan too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're in a sedan and now every other car on the road is an SUV and
Dude.
everything just sits right in your eye line. There's no way it's safe.
Yeah.
Give me 2 more, Richie.
Physical keyboards are better than virtual keyboards.
Yeah.
I feel like it goes in line with Button's idea, right?
Coca-Cola tastes better out of glass bottles than plastic bottles.
So lame.
I think it depends, honestly. I'll be the bold take here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Mountain Dew out of a plastic bottle.
I like Mountain Dew out of a can.
I like Pepsi out of a can, Coke out of a glass.
Okay, I'm on board with you, Joshua.
Yeah.
I like flat Mountain Dew out of a can.
I'm not on board with you.
I mean, I do enjoy Mountain Dew out of a can. Mountain Dew out of a bottle to me is very good.
I don't like Mountain Dew.
That's fair.
That's crazy. No, it's crazy.
It's a strong flavor.
That's a powerful flavor. I wasn't ready for it.
And that's what's your most boomer take. Yay.
Yay.
Erika, get us 3 of the quickest stories you've ever read. Maybe don't do a listener submitted true one, because over on patreon.com/JudgiesPod we'll do oops all listener submissions every week. Every week is an oops all listener submissions. Yeah, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
I do have a really good sound I want to play though.
You can play it.
I'm gonna play a sound anyway.
Erika
Normally
probably has time.
Remember on the Patreon episode that I just read, I said that this person sent me the same picture 12 times.
Yeah.
I sent that to them and they fixed it.
Cool. This is a listener submitted sound, which we normally play before a listener submitted story. Mm-hmm. So this is a listener submitted sound from drumroll.
It's almost a drum roll.
Close enough.
Off submitter Anthony Serrato.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I was practicing to get ready for my first time ever paying the big bucks to record in a studio in a couple of weeks.
Ooh.
Big
What
time.
better way than writing a song for my favorite pod, Pisses and Kisses? Anthony/Northern Bones is the Spotify name. ABP, since y'all lambasted me for waiting so long last time. Here
Yes.
we go.
LOL.
I feel so justified right now.
I was hard.
What the heck?
Freudian slip. I was rock hard.
Jillian, how many times do I have to tell you quit sucking and fucking in our garage?
fuck to get kids.
Yep.
I've been trying
Mary didn't. Full of cum, too?
Okay. Young, dumb, and full of cum. Is that
If that's what you're into. Loudly. Yeah.
Sure.
Spit in my mouth! But,
There's only one way to comment.
If that's what you're into.
I was rock hard. That makes sense.
Nailed it.
that was
It
awesome.
was so good.
That's right up Christian and Erica's alley.
Yeah.
It was.
We love some Midwest
I can't
emo.
believe we have made it to the big leagues to where we can be Midwest emo band intros.
Right?
Bro.
Do we need to get into like a fake argument screaming at each other to be an intro?
Yes.
You can't always do this to us, Erika.
I'll do what I fucking want.
That's what you always say, and you never think about our feelings.
Well, let me tell you about this lady's feelings.
Twinkly guitar comes in.
Doesn't say if I can use their name.
Fucking Chelsea.
Travis.
Anyways, let me start off by saying that I'm sorry for the long post, but this has been bothering me for a while, and I need completely unbiased opinions
We're biased.
as to whether I'm or not I'm being selfish, or if my potential, or if,
Chelsea, come on, bud.
Travis, you got it.
if I am potentially valid in my feelings. Also, I know you guys are not an advice podcast, but
Nope.
maybe you can make some light of this situation. I, female 24, and my fiance, male 26, are about to get married in December.
Congratulations.
Are thrilled and have pretty much known that we were the ones for each other since the beginning of dating. Recently put together my bridal party and asked everyone to be my bridesmaids. I've been really good friends with Gigi, one of my bridesmaids, since I started college. She was my very first friend there, and we would often have dinner together and hang out at each other's apartments multiple times a week. She has seen me throughout a bunch of shitty dates and relationships and has given me heaps of advice, and I have done the same for her. I graduated college in May 2021, and she graduated May 2022. After I graduated, I ended up moving back home due to COVID. She stayed back at college, so that meant that we were separated for about a year or two. However, we would still talk on Snapchat and such. In that time that I was living at college and living back at home, she was living at college, she was back at home, I met my fiance and she started dating again. I was so happy for her to get back out there. Within the past year, I became engaged, and she came to me and told me that she was coming out and wanted to openly date women. When I found out, I was ecstatic for her and felt that it was nice to see her feeling more comfortable and more like herself. She told me how she has been feeling this way her entire life, and now she is ready to get back out into the dating world. And I completely agreed, and I can't wait to meet her girlfriend at the wedding. I was thrilled for her and always wanted to do everything I could as supportive as possible. Unfortunately, because we did not live close to each other, she and I missed a lot of details within each other's lives. So that meant that when we hung out again during my bridal related events, I'm having trouble because I feel like I'm not able to talk about my own relationship because I'm trying to cater to supporting her and not coming across like I don't care about her and her relationship. What I mean is, every time I try to talk about my relationship and excitement about the wedding, she either cuts me off or turns the conversation back on herself and her life. And I understand that she's excited, especially because it's a new relationship. But this is the only time in my life I plan to get married. And I would like to talk about my wedding and my nerves about everything once in a while.
And she's the maid of honor? Or is she just a bridesmaid?
It doesn't specify. In the bridal party.
Okay.
I've been very nervous, especially since I'm also going through nursing school at the same time.
Boo.
That's what?
There's just so much on our plate.
Are you booing because we don't support nurses? Because I don't agree with
We
that.
don't support nurses.
We absolutely
Nurses
do
are
support
mean
nurses.
girls. We've talked about this before.
Sure, but they provide an essential role in the medical system. So I will fight you tooth and nail on this, Joshua. If you want this to be the beginning of a Midwest emo song, we will do this right now.
Man can't make a joke about how nurses suck anymore.
No.
Nurses are just horse doctors, but as horse vets, horse doc, you get it.
I don't.
Come on.
Where's my carrot?
What?
You already threw it.
What's going on? You
I did not already throw it. Don't gaslight me.
They're all blurring together. We've recorded too
We've
many.
recorded too many. We still got one more.
What are you doing Sunday?
I've been very nervous, especially since I'm also going through nursing school at the same time and just want to get some venting out of the way. But I feel that my feelings are being overlooked due to the conversations about her and her new girlfriend. Oftentimes, these conversations are completely unprovoked, especially about their sex life. She simply just blurts out details when no one else was discussing anything close to sexual.
We fuck.
We're sucking and fucking. It is. We're doing it.
Put that part in
Is
the
that new
Midwest emo
cereal?
song.
Got 3 in last night. Is that how
Have
women...
you ever heard of a strap-on? I just got one.
You don't actually scissor. This is how women talk about sex.
No. Some examples of what I'm talking about are, we went wedding dress shopping, and afterwards we decided to go for dinner, and I invited my fiance to join. All of my bridesmaids and my fiance all went to dinner. And we sat and talked.
Has Gigi and their fiance met yet?
Doesn't say. I assume.
Because they met after college while Gigi was still in college.
Yes.
It was not until after dinner that I felt that I did not really get to share much about my life at all, because she was talking about herself and her new relationship. I still have no memory really of my fiance or I getting a word in the entire dinner. However, I did want to know how she was doing and was glad she was happy. But I wanted that dinner to be a chance for everyone to get to know my fiance a little bit more.
Was this an engagement dinner or just a dinner?
This was just a dinner after like wedding dress shopping where they're all together.
Okay.
I brushed my concerns aside because I knew she was excited, and I didn't bring it up again because I thought it would be a one-time thing. Then again, on my bachelorette trip, which was...
Oh, come on.
What?
She's gonna do
Bachelorette
it-
trip?
She's going to do... You're going to let women go to the club?
Women can't have fun.
She's going to do the same
That's
shit
for
on a
the fun.
bachelorette trip?
Which was supposed to be celebrating my engagement and me getting married, turned into her talking about her relationship the entire time, and me feeling like my relationship was no longer the focal point or important.
You can't... I mean, it's one thing to do it for the first time meeting up a long time. You can't do it on a fucking bachelor trip.
A bachelorette
trip.
party? I mean,
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
It almost feels like she doesn't care about what's going on in my life, but I'm conflicted because I know she's excited and I want to be as supportive as possible. But I can't help but feel selfish now for it hurting so much. It got to the point where she's starting to overshare. I mean, if my friends know me well, they know that I'm not a super sexual person. I asked my bridesmaids if we could keep any super explicit details to ourselves because personally it makes me uncomfortable. Trauma-related issues I'm not getting into. They have all done a very good job of not crossing those boundaries. All of my other bridesmaids made it a point to not overdo it, but we still cracked a few inappropriate jokes here and there. I mean, it's a bridal shower. I thought it was a bachelorette party. What are we doing here?
Now I'm on Gigi's side.
No, we're not.
Gigi was right the whole time.
No, she's not. At some point during the night, it turned from a couple here and there jokes to somehow discussing about how Gigi likes to go down on her girlfriend while they're on their periods and how they like to peg each other and whatnot. I mean, to each their own, but it was clear everyone was uncomfortable and no one else shared those kind of details.
Yeah.
While I'm not judging her for her sexual activities and she can do what she wants in her own bedroom, I just got very uncomfortable because I did not feel like I needed to know that information. One of my bridesmaids after that quickly changed the subject and we moved on. But it was clear that moment that made it clear, that the other bridesmaids were also starting to feel a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, any situation where someone just won't shut the fuck up about their sex life is so annoying.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, anytime, like, if you're in, like, a group like this where it's, like, you might not be, like, the closest friends with everybody, and then you get one person that's just, like, a fucking turd, and you're like, oh, my God. It gets to a point where it's, like, every single thing they say is just, like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut
Different
the fuck
members
up.
of the group trying to pass them off for like a couple. Everyone's taking a shift talking to Gigi.
I've been to bachelor parties like this, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, me too.
Fucking get.
Awkward. I ended up talking with my bridesmaids after, and we all had individual dates and with my fiance occasionally. And without mentioning much about my feelings, all of them, they somehow picked up on how I felt and mentioned how they noticed how I was quiet during a lot of my bridal-related activities and events. I even heard two of them mention the only reason they did not say anything is because they didn't want to make me uncomfortable and cause any drama during my bridal events. My fiance then mentioned that he did not like how no one was able to talk about anything else but her relationship during the dinner after dress shopping. He's been really excited to meet my friends, and since he lives an hour away, it's hard for him to drop everything and come up to us. He's military.
It's all
Listener
making
submission.
sense. That still sucks that they're in the military
Yeah.
and a nurse. Come on. Blah. Probably a military fucking nurse.
Give that all back to me.
Can't throw the strawberry. This is a new precedent we can't set.
The strawberry we can't throw. This is a comfort strawberry.
Well, it was comforting to me to throw it at Joshua.
We got to find other outlets to let out this anger,
Then give me my carrot back. I'll throw it again.
That's the rules, unfortunately.
unfortunately. The bylaws, you know?
They all ended up offering their insight and the best advice they could give, but they even are conflicted because we all agree that this is a very new and sensitive time for her. So handling it with grace is complicated.
Wait, who's Grace?
You can't just like self-applaud. Good one. This is a very new sensitive time to her. I know what's hard about it all is the situation has been making me question a lot. After thinking back on a lot of memories, I've been realizing that she tends to talk about herself a lot, and I really don't know if she knows much about me at all. She admitted to me recently she didn't even know my fiance was in the military, and he and I have been dating for 5 years.
Whoa.
I started to think about times when we were in college and I was often the listener and she was the talker. I say all of this because I don't know how to feel. I don't know if I should keep quiet because you want to make sure that you're supporting your friend and that she feels that you love her and care about her, or if I should say something and risk possible drama months before my wedding. I know this is a hard time for her, saying that she just came out and her family is still adjusting. I need either some humor or some advice on how to communicate properly because I know that's what you guys preach every episode.
I gave you all the humor I got. I'm all out of advice.
I
I'm out
want
of both.
I really hit out of the park with those nurse jokes.
No, you didn't. I want to be sensitive without coming across like I'm no longer supportive of my friend and I'm being selfish. I just want my wedding day at least to be about my fiance and me. I want to stay friends because she's been there through a lot with me. But
No,
has
she hasn't. You've been through a lot through her.
Again, sorry for the book I just wrote, and thank you if you've made it this far, but please tell me if I'm being selfish, if I'm being whiny or anything. I'm struggling and have been off and on crying because I'm scared of losing my friend. So I guess, what do I do? What do I say? And how do I say it?
Hot take. You are being selfish.
And you should be.
But that's good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should be selfish in this point. It's your goddamn wedding. You only
Yes.
get one of them unless you get more than one.
Yeah, I don't think you're being like wrongfully selfish in this.
No,
Yeah.
this is the one time that like you get to be the center of attention without, it being
Yeah.
weird.
It's like Halloween for sluts. Mean Girls reference. We were talking about nurses. Christian said nurses are mean girls. Halloween is one day of the year where girls can dress up as like sluts.
I love making you explain jokes.
Good. I do it a lot.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think you're being selfish. I honestly think you just have to have a fucking conversation with her.
Absolutely.
I do think there are certain friend dynamics where it does thrive on like a talker and a listener. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be that way 100% of the time,
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, Josh does know. But I think you honestly just have to talk to her. Like, let her know, like, hey, I'm happy for you. I don't need to hear about you fucking and sucking,
This is I think this is probably one of the most common types of stories I feel like we've gotten recently. I see a lot of stories of people being like, am I like even the roommate one we just read on last week's bonus episode where it's like one person thinks they're in a good friendship and then they realize, oh, the other person is kind of just using me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And mainly for like that friendship role of like, I'm just going to vent to you. And it's like, well, when do I get to vent?
Yeah.
It's very common. So if you're ever finding yourself in that situation, just, kind of just understand this relationship for what it is. And it's like, okay to have that friend.
Yeah.
But it's also okay for you to be like, hey, I don't want to be with you right now. Like,
Can't always be the shoulder to cry on.
yeah, it can be a lot overwhelming.
Yep.
You don't need to
Especially when you're preparing for a marriage where it's like you're already stressed out and have low bandwidth for other people's drama and
especially for when you're marrying a piece of shit. He's in the military.
yeah.
You're proud of that one.
I just like I love getting it. You love making me explain jokes. I love making you roll your eyes. That's why I do it. Before people come after me, I understand the economic reasons for why people might need to join the military. I get it. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Erika, one more really quick one, and then we got to get out of here.
Brother.
We're over an hour, but we've
Okay.
read one story.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, quit yelling at me.
You picked the one that was 12. She sent 12 screenshots, and it turned out it was all 12 screenshots. And that just kept going.
Yeah, when I heard 12 screenshots, same picture 12 times, I thought there was a sending error. I didn't realize it would meant to be 12 pictures.
Yeah.
This is from Leanne.
Rhymes?
Otherwise,
Womack?
Rhymes. Oh.
hey Ricky, hi. If you read this message
Christian
on the
and Josh.
what is wrong with me saying hi back?
No, it's them not addressing the elephants in the room.
Okay, well they're messaging me on Instagram, so
I would just appreciate a hey, Erika, and if the boys are here.
all right, you heard it, folks. Josh's little fragile masculinity
Especially
needs to be included.
diva.
What's really funny
Diva.
too is when they
Diva.
do send it to the email, it's not hey Ricky, it's always hey guys. It's like so they type it twice.
Okay. Says, hey, Ricky. Hi. If you read this message on the pod, you can use my name. I was on Twitter and saw this screenshot of a toxic mom story and thought you might really enjoy it. Okay. So I'm absolutely heartbroken right now, and I need some other moms' opinions. My son turns 15 tomorrow. Every single year, I've decorated the house the night before, so when he wakes up, it's totally decorated.
He's gonna hate this.
I take him a special lunch to school.
Oh, he's gonna hate that.
I make his favorite dinner and do his favorite
I might
dessert.
like that.
Is this a tweet or is this a screenshot on Twitter?
This is a screenshot on Twitter. I believe
Okay.
this is a Facebook group. I give him a couple of presents that I have left over from his birthday party, and I guess I just feel like it's the one day that a child should understand that their mom wants to be with them. Well, my son got a girlfriend about 6 months ago.
Oh, you're fucked, lady. You've been replaced.
My baby boy.
Oh, did you see the TikTok of like the guy who spent his whole Father's Day away from his family because he got a new girlfriend? It's like a teenager. It was like the whole family trying to guess on how he's gonna walk in after spending the whole Father's Day away with his new girlfriend. Once a guy gets new girlfriend, he's ditching every relationship he had.
Especially teenagers.
Yeah.
Is that how it felt for you? You ignored your entire family because of me?
I don't know. I felt like I was having a great time with you.
Good answer. Well, my son got a girlfriend about 6 months ago. It has become a problem in our household. He constantly picks her over me. He tries to convince her what a horrible home life he has, and he lies to her about things that happen in our house just to get attention from her. He has decided that because he can't hang out with her
I learned it from you, Mom.
on Wednesday because of band practice, he's going to hang out with her tomorrow on his birthday. I'm literally crushed. He has zero empathy towards the fact of how sad this is making me.
Mom, do you think he wants to hang out with you, his lame mom, or go get a hand job?
Yeah, go get a tuggy.
He just keeps yelling at me that it's his birthday and he doesn't understand why I'm so hurt. While I've tried explaining it to him, he's not hearing me. To him, it's his birthday and he should choose. I just thought I'd raised him better. I'd raised him to choose better.
That's crazy. It's so selfish and weird.
Yeah.
So this is my thought. No morning decorations, no special lunch or dinner, and I'll save the couple gifts that I have for Christmas.
Oh my
I'm not going to go
God.
out of my way to make the day special for him when he truly doesn't care that he is hurting me so
You're
badly.
such a bad mom.
Am I a terrible mom for this?
Yeah.
You're
Please be
selfish.
kind.
No, you're not being kind. He's a teenager. You can't be vindictive against a teenager who is communicating to you like, hey, I'm not going to be available tomorrow.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be vindictive against any child.
Yeah.
Well,
Vindictive.
How are they ugly? Call back.
what a callback for you guys last week. But holy shit. If they're like a 3. If they're a Sodom and Gomorrah 3, maybe. Holy shit.
I don't even know where we're going. You're a bad mom.
Yeah.
I don't get how. Is this gonna happen to us at some point?
I
As
fucking
a
hope
parent,
not.
You grow up and you forget that like what it's like to be a teenager.
Well, the thing is, I feel like this realization that she's having, like, sure, it happens every year where something you always used to do for your kid, now they're too old and now they outgrew it. But I feel like if he's 15 and you're still trying to do like the babying, like needs to be the same as it has always been, you should have learned that lesson earlier on something else, and like being able to realize, hey, I'm babying this person who's growing up into be a young adult.
Yeah.
And he needs to have autonomy and be able to make decisions and make wrong decisions and be able to learn and grow from those.
Yeah.
Not that this is a wrong decision. I just meant that in general.
I also think that while the day should kind of be a celebration of the mother because they're the ones that...
What, a nurse delivered him?
Mom bias over here.
Joshua?
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I always know my mom...
Josh doesn't agree with you. He's a momsogynist.
He is.
I'm on it. I'm back on it.
Editor, don't change the timing of that joke at all. No, it was right on time.
Anyway, the culture around like boy moms,
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's creepy.
It's creepy.
It's boy mom and then girl dad. It's
Yeah.
like two sides of the same coin where it's like,
Yeah.
do you guys not see that that's fucking weird?
It's weird.
It's so disheartening to see.
Towing
And-
a weird line.
And like I was saying, like I understand the idea of like, and I don't think that this is what she's doing in any sense. I understand the idea of the day being about you as well, because it's
Right.
you know a very difficult day for a mother to go through is the day that their child is born. That shit fucking hurts, and it's very difficult. But that day is not about you.
Right.
And this mom is making it about her feelings, how she wants it to be, and it doesn't matter that it feels like it doesn't matter that it's her son's birthday.
Yeah. Literally, this whole thing should be, as an adult, you should be mature enough to be like, oh, Rodney. She named her kid Rodney because she has bad decision-making skills.
Correct.
I know that, I understand you want to be hanging out with your girlfriend. We used to do this thing every year. So maybe can we schedule it, like, you and I have a mom-son birthday, like, on Saturday.
He's gonna think it's cringe, but at least
Yeah.
you gave him the options.
Yeah.
And just
Make a
communicate
decision.
and be like, I'm letting you make your decision, but I have this thing that's important to me. Can we move it?
Yeah. Or you can compromise another way and be like, okay, well, I'm still decorating the house. You'll have it when you wake up.
Yeah.
Here's your special lunch to take to school.
Yeah, perfect.
Do you want to invite your girlfriend over for dinner? Are you guys going out to dinner together?
Yeah.
You know, is there something else that here's your gifts right after school? You can split up that time, stop making it all about you.
Do you really think as a 15-year-old boy you want a special lunch to take to school? I feel like that's just asking to get bullied.
It depends. I mean, if
I
you're
just
already
feel like you're saying that because your mom never made you special lunches to take to school and you don't know what it's like to have that special connection.
Yeah.
This is fucked up. You
No.
guys have special lunches?
I mean, no, but like it's not weird to bring cold lunch to school.
I'm not saying it's weird to bring cold lunch, but if it's a special lunch, it's gonna raise some flags. People are gonna notice. There's
On
a gravitas to that lunch pail today. That's not normally there.
And then you can say, it's my birthday.
well, you're sitting with your friends. Of course they know it's your birthday.
Okay.
But they're still gonna make fun of you for having like a cupcake in your bag.
No, they're going to be like,
they're
oh,
gonna
that's fucking
try
cool.
to trade
wanna
you for a cupcake.
Zero
Give me that?
chance.
Hey, bud, you had bad friends in high school.
Zero chance. Guys, I'm telling you, I just a minute ago I was saying, when do we become out of touch with teenagers? It happened. Both of you guys are out of touch here.
I think he's 15, right? So he's a sophomore, maybe.
Ish.
I think that might be young enough to where you might get teased. But if you're a senior in high school, it would be fucking sick to be getting a cupcake in your lunch. People would try to trade you for that.
Okay, yeah. Well, there is, yeah. could see
I just
maybe
feel
seeing
like of the three of us, I spend the most time with teenagers right now. And you're all wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
we're acting like these are the same beasts. Teenage girl and teenage boy are the same.
You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
They're both monsters.
We are
Erica's
having some team drama right now, so I'll tell you guys later. But
Also, it's very good that you have the most interaction with teens. It'd be
Yes.
weird if we somehow beat a volleyball coach in terms of interaction with
that's
teens.
I would be very concerned. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what I'm not concerned with, though?
is where
The next hour of recordings that we're going to be doing over at judgiespod.patreon.
I thought you weren't-
Patreon.com/judgiespod.
Have you said it too many times tonight? Is that the
Yeah.
problem?
All of our brains are melting.
Erica?
Hey, I'm doing just fine, boys.
Yeah, wait until I start reading.
Oh.
Your brain has been forced to be on and reading for the last 2 hours.
That's exactly what it is. My episode, I felt, well, and it was early on, but I felt like I was on top of it. And now I feel like I can't even keep a single thought going.
But we're going to have so many thoughts going on our bonus episode. Erica, where else can they find us online at?
All over the place. We are on all social media platforms, probably, and that handle is at Judgies Pod. Josh even fixed the letterbox, so it's no
did.
longer Judgies_pod. It's
We fucked that up.
it's just
Judgies Pod?
just Judgies Pod at Judgies Pod, JUDGIESPOD. It's on Gmail too if you want to send over some listener submitted sounds or stories. You can mail us stuff at PO Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois 61350. As of the day that we were recording this, we're going to get our tattoos on Monday.
That's right. Yeah, maybe we can talk about it on the bonus episode.
All right. But anyway, have a great week, everyone.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to me rant for the first half of this episode.
I
Sorry.
forgot that was this episode.
Yeah. Sorry.
People, Erica, I'll say it. People love listening to our podcast for stories about us.
Yeah.
Hey, the people I want here listen to our podcast, And they're here to listen about stories about us. It's back to our
Thanks.
roots. You ran out of stories, guys.
Our roots
Bye.
are covered in arsenic.